Welcome to the Waves and Sound lesson on beats and beat frequency. This is a really neat wave phenomenon, especially with regards to sound. Beat frequency is simply the number of hertz per second difference between two sources of sound. I'm going to show you a neat simulation here in a moment, but essentially, if you have one source of sound at a known frequency, and you have a second source of sound that's at a slightly different frequency, what you will hear is beats, and music students know this. This is how you know whether you're in tune or not with another instrument. If you hear beats, the number of beats you hear per second is the hertz frequency difference between those two notes. So if one is a standard, then the other one would be that number of hertz off of the standard. Let's take a look at this quick simulation, and this ought to clear up for you what beat frequency is. Okay, here we are at the simulation here. If I turn this speaker on, which is at 400 hertz, constant 400 hertz. Now I turn this speaker on, which is 401 hertz. You can hear the constructive and destructive interference pattern. And you hear, if you were to use a stopwatch or just look at the clock, you hear one of those beats every second. What this does is it tells you that these two sources are 1 hertz apart in frequency. Alright, now I turn the 401 off, now I turn the 403 off. You would expect to hear 3 beats per second. And indeed we do. Alright, so now they're asking us to determine what we think these unknowns are. Let's turn on this unknown speaker. Using a stopwatch or a wristwatch, or just look at a clock that has seconds on it, and count how many beats you hear per second. To me it sounds like 2. So that means this would probably be 402 hertz or 398 hertz. Sounds like a higher pitch, so we'd probably go with 402 hertz. Let's turn this last one on. How many beats per second do you hear? It's difficult to determine. Sounds like about 4 though, so it's likely this is 404 hertz. Okay, here we are back, and there are many neat demonstrations. We'll do one for you in class. There's another neat simulation here that you can go to a computer and look at. This is a Ripple tank simulation. In the drop-down menu, they have a beats option to select there, and does a really nice job showing beats from both a two-dimensional top view, and then you can also do 3D, which is really awesome to look at, and you can see how the beats are produced. All right, if you have any questions on this phenomena, ask in class, and we'll answer any questions that you have.